Can you hold this for me? So that I can send you something that is detailed.
Okay, so as we do this, we make sure that we write it down so that we know exactly what we put in and we don't forget, because people will always come and talk to you when you're doing work. Trust me.
So we'll talk.
So we're dividing by 4.
Small one, the small sweet and different from, we have different types of and.
When I first started, it was called men's and.
It's men's okay.
When you, in my case, when you add you sign.
Yeah, absolutely. So when I put
takes
mine up.
care of the issues
Yeah.
in destruction.
I've seen it on your books, yeah.
6. 6.
You do understand?
By
But
4.
also, ideally, it would be good to make something or to wear something with the president or somebody else.
Yeah.
This is the process that we do when we're milling. From when plants come in, they've got these small stickers as they go up to the final stage. So that's
Right, better, hello?
Manali to pick it.
My pen.
That's your arrow.
You want how many?
Chipigiri, we need 2.
So what do we know about Chipukiri? Is it a strong herb? So I'm putting in the same bulk on my spoon. What did I put in those? 2. So we need 4.
4. No. We're not putting in
Yeah, I'll take it away. So Unubulu,
No, 4 is Indubu Zabafana.
yeah, so is it?
Indubu Zabafana would be this one.
Okay.
That's your Indubu Zabafana.
So this is what they will come and buy separately as well.
This one works a
If
lot
you
of
want
things.
4,
It's also an aphrodisiac, but it's also used for epilepsy. It's the fiber. One hour not done. Just put great. That's it. Yeah. It's 4 Indubu Zabafana. It's a very good help, very strong. Yeah.
So I would raise a question here. And Njoka Zabafana, what you said for epilepsy?
Yes.
And so is Takoma.
Ticoma, Calimera, Chifumuro.
Yeah, Calimera.
You can also use it to calm or reduce a seizure.
Particularly night seizures at work.
Night seizures are not one of my problems I have.
Can I have my and he wants me to put
Yes.
the trees in the yard. That's
And
fine.
it's a very good help. You
It's a
can
lovely
tell.
tree, nice
But
tree.
if you overdose it, mind.
Yeah.
Je sais via like the annas can practically drop. I'm joking. But you know, pizza down there. What? If you overdose it. Now the name, don't tell us that Mbojani did it over fan, Bandachata, nearly teaches you.
It's the carrot tree.
It's the kid.
Yeah. So remember your seeds from the carrots and see.
Impangara. What can you derive
I
from
use this as an
it?
antibiotic, so.
Okay. Means where you need to get around like Impangara don't visa odema. Ukuvuvula. Kuzvimba. Kuchipatara you've got HTC. HCT.
Yeah, please don't use HTC.
Yeah, don't know some when a person he takes that
Or even furosemide.
furosemide. So it's that's our furosemide. Mpangala.
redness in the cortisone and things like that. But it's just it helps your body balance itself. Yeah. No, I don't.
I think it will be more mainly my variants that are to run, not some my variants. But iwo potential, pane munhu akazvimba uye ari kuita dambudziko rokuzvimba, whether any part of the body, they can either drink sauna or bath with it. Yeah, kana ari makumbo unotoisa imomo.
So when we're making mentor, I'm dealing also with the so that should come across in the
Pane uyu takatora gomarara racho. But it was hard to process. Nemautoda each.
You know what happens?
Yeah, because ukabaya zatika kubaya.
I'm going back to the same person.
You're in trouble.
So normally, if there's a couple, when we're looking at antibiotics at the moment, and I'm saying when we make mentone, which is actually a sexual arousal and that sort of thing, we also put in something to cover the person in case they have or come across infection. So the gentleman said to me, does it do it for good? How can you do it for good if you go back to the same woman? So that is why in the clinics they say, we want you to bring your partner. Do they still do that?
Yes,
They never used to treat a person with STI unless they brought their partner when I was nursing. Okay, so that's why it's in here. Do you know then?
This one,
No, I haven't put my input. I was just trying to think.
That's one. That's the African potato.
Yeah.
So the African potato papa tribute was now bondiki. Vakachamba process. And it. Then you've got your slipper now, Nanja.
Okay, my Nanja, what are we putting in? 3, 2. What do you want to make?
Yeah, slip.
Oh, 12, okay.
That's 4.
So 4.
No, let's put 3.
I won't use a heat. So you see, you can do that with slippery elm, you can shake it down.
That's your Nanja. The time you get is okay.
Okay, this is Nanja.
3, 4.
Done. Now that's an aphrodisiac for me. The moment you take that, she not put 1 hour and I'm about to sweat.
Now, if you all put out your hands, I'll give you one. And then you go through the gate.
They go through, they take and they go. Could it be faster? We've never tried to make this into a tincture, but traditionally we put it in either maheo or masese.
And you all share it down at the bottom.
And we share it down at the pub, yes. Or muma bonzo kana masobi. So kana zvinhu shandi zvakanaka, this is what you do. This is what you get.
So, okay, now that brings me to something. Protective clothing.
Oh, yes, true.
So what are the things that you would find required in this factory?
Okay.
It is waiting for somebody to come and do it, and then I'll bring you back. But I mean, I'll invite you back. But what things do you need? You walk through the door, you're in your mufti, you need a changing room. Okay, you need somewhere to, a locker to store your clothes and your valuables. You have to then put on what?
Safety shoes.
Your face masks.
You can't.
I worked in occupational health, and one of the most difficult things to do is get people to wear their safety equipment. When you talk about filters and what have you, we've tried. The most we've managed to do here is kind of put our mask up, which I'd forgotten to do, you see, and then I wouldn't be coughing. And if I do cough, I'm coughing into my mask, not into So that's
Okay. So,
and then what else? Shoes. I think they usually use boots. What do they do in the pharmaceutical company?
Safety shoes.
Lab coats. The ones we're putting.
White coats, yeah. Your mask or hairnet. So if you're writing about this or anything, just remember there's a safety issue as well. And when they're building the factory, I've asked you to put in extractor fans so that when we package in, because now I'm going to pack this, how much am I going to pack? I'm going to have to weigh each sachet. The dust comes up, it's coming up. So what you need is an extractor frame that you can move around.
Can I have a dish from that side so that we make a female one quickly? So that we balance the equation now. We can't make for the guys only, can we? They will be angry. They'll be very angry.
You're supposed to do the formula.
And another thing about herbal medicine, you do not make herbal medicine when you're upset, when you're fighting with somebody. When that happened on this property, over the last 14 years, the person I worked with, we didn't even open a garage. So you come into your, whether you like it or whether you don't, you come into the spiritual realm. And you'll find as you go on and you're a practitioner, you'll think something will come into your mind. So whether you're a Christian and you believe it's the Holy Spirit, or whether you're whatever, you're young or whatever, there's a spiritual side to herbal medicine. And that I was told in England.
So you never prepare them if you are.
If you're upset in that, you don't. For starters, when you're on that state, your concentration is not that good.
Even they even say traditional, they even say if you do something also in the music energy. That's what they say, don't touch any plants. If you are angry or if you are under stress, cool down first, then you
I don't know what happened. Some of the things you cannot explain. It's like when you go into the bush and you're angry and you're trying to harvest. Remember, you want. That is a fact.
So it's traditional.
You can call it that way. But even those who have wrote a written thesis, they have actually wrote, whenever degree vouchers, they've actually noted it. Topic doesn't know, like now, if we were to go and say, let's go and look for slippery elm, and the one of us is angry, I want. But when someone
I say we won't find it.
you won't find it. So I don't know whether it's spiritual, it's mental, it's physical, but that's another item for another day. Bandachata. This is the female one.
So now we've marked the garden buffalo,
Yes.
about 2.
Let's divide by 2.
That's 6, huh? We've got 6.
Now the sexual reproduction for twisting for men and for women are different. So something that is a stimulant this side is not a stimulant that side.
Divide by 2, yeah.
So we have 2. And our mom 90.
What does a woman do? Girls? What have I been taught?
It's a stimulant. It's the sweet root, right?
No.
It's actually sacred in Botswana. You find it in every farmer.
Okay.
The sweet root.
We do use it in England.
In Zimbabwe, you find it in Kambo, but it's very famous.
That was my
Like here you find an Antola and Namka. But
Sir.
in Botswana you find more.
Okay, so what I was told, you know, before menstruation, that time of the month, we get all bitter and twisted. Very good herb to take. And also, obviously, if you want to be really nice and talk with a sweet tongue, you take it.
Okay.
That's all I was
Consider
told.
the sweet time.
Okay, so we're going to
But at the same
numbers 2. I always give a nice big one of this because I know how bad it is to be horrible before your menstrual cycle.
It's done, right?
Yeah, that's done.
It's a fit.
Sufficient.
Okay, we're doing 2. So we're not doing that. So you don't want to do the other, no?
You do too. Now Safita is my favorite because it's a bit of a mixture here Tolwan Nempukutu. Inita zvinoita Nasunga. To muscles in place, gets such a So other than you taking an Tolwan along people to another you just take but on condition of availability. The reason why we went to take all those was maybe it's Bengal Jimbo, maybe Salam, Safiko. But in a place where Traffic is there. Siyana na nantolwane, siyana na namkuku.
Just speak, just
Right, so, excuse me, Mr. Phil, from here, where do we go to labeling packets to put some in?
Yes.
How many girls have you got? How many?
That I can do while we're going to the next stage, before the colonials
So
come.
you'll do that, okay?
Yes.
So let's go to the kitchen quickly and do cream.
Cream. Manzi, usiza man?
What I was going to say.